Well, today's random adventure is I'm meeting up with my friend and we are going to the Goodwill outlet store. If you're not familiar with the Goodwill outlet store, I'm sure you all know Goodwill's like a chain of thrift stores. The outlet store is where the unwanted, unsold stuff goes. And basically they just dump everything on tables and you dig through and you pay per pound. So it's an adventure. Like you can see, I got no makeup on. I got my grungy clothes because you get really grubby going through the stuff. Also, you know, it's a little competitive. There are people that park out here all day, and just as soon as they bring new stuff out, they go through it, and they can be a little rough. There's some competition going on to get at those fresh goods when they come out. There's people, you know, they make their living off of this reselling. And, you know, no shame in the game. Good for them. But, you know, be prepared to maybe throw some elbows here and there if you have to. I don't know if I will get any videos from inside, but I'll definitely show you the haul I get. So here we are, ready to go on another adventure. So I'm going to recommend some tools if you are going to take on this adventure yourself. A mask, not necessarily for germs, but a lot of this stuff is moldy and dusty and musty, and you don't probably want to breathe that stuff in. So I'd recommend a mask, and also good for germs because, you know, 'tis the season. Also, I would recommend bringing a couple pairs of disposable latex gloves or latex-like gloves. The stuff is gross. I mean, you're going to find people's dirty panties up in here. It can be a little bit nasty, sticky, icky. So wear your gloves, do yourself a favor. Also, wear your comfortable shoes. I got my Converse on. I'm ready for it. Okay, so it's the next day. We are done with our shopping. We were at the Goodwill outlet for about 3 hours. I didn't bring the stuff inside. I left it in the car overnight. One of the things when you're secondhand shopping in general, but especially with the outlet, you have to be really careful about bringing critters home with you. So, and maybe we'll do a whole other video on kind of my safety protocols for avoiding bringing bed bugs home. So I didn't bring the stuff in the house yet. Here in a little bit, I'm going to go outside and we'll show you every treasure I found. And as promised, we found some just absolutely nasty stuff. And I took pictures. I didn't take video. Another thing you should know about the outlet store, at least the one in our town, maybe your town's different, there are hardly ever available carts. So to try to video and drag a tote around wasn't going to happen. So there are people that are there all day. So they get there in the morning, they scoop up the carts, and they hold on to that cart all day. And I took a picture of one of the all-dayers carts just so you can kind of see what that situation looks like. So if you go, it's not a bad idea to maybe bring a couple of those like large IKEA bag totes with you. Usually they have just random baskets, totes, big bags there for sale that you can just kind of commandeer to use while you're shopping until you, fingers crossed, are able to get a cart. If you kind of hang out near the checkout, eventually somebody's going to come through the line and you can snag their cart if somebody else isn't already staking out that situation. So there's, I'm trying to think of what else you need to know. One, there's no dressing room. So you really just have to make your decisions then and there. I suppose you could try stuff on over your clothes, but again, the stuff can be a little gross, so you may not want to do that. Like when I came home, I took off all my clothes, put them straight in the laundry, and took a shower, just to be extra safe. So I don't know if you want to try clothes on there, But if you wanted like a dressing room experience, that's not going to happen. So the way this works is everything's sold by the pound. Books are one price, so you have to separate out your books when you check out. And then everything else is a different higher price. They give you a break on books because they know books are heavy. And I'll show you the books I got. It's all over the place. And there are people, you'll see that there are people just parked around the book table and they're scanning the books. So they can scan the books and see like what's selling for a decent price. And they'll snatch up those books that have a decent resale value. So that's these people's side hustle, or maybe their main hustle. So if you see people hanging around the book table, that's what's going on, and look into that. Maybe that'd be a good side hustle for you too. There's also new with tag stuff. A lot of people snatch up that stuff and resell. I snatched up a couple things, which I'll show you here in a little bit. Trying to think what else. One of the tips I would say is just put everything you're slightly interested in your cart. And then at the end, before you check out, park somewhere off to the side, go through your cart and make your final decisions. Because remember, it's by the pound, so it's still really cheap, but that all adds up too. So you don't want to, come home with stuff that is not going to be used by you. But that's like what we do. We go through, pick up all the stuff, and then at the end, when we're exhausted, we make our final selections and then bring our treasures home. So I'm gonna have a little photo collage of some of the trash and treasures we found, and then I will show you what I went home with. And I think I found some pretty good stuff. I found some weird stuff. But some of it's, I think, good deals. So hang on for that. So first we came to the books. You're going to find every kind of book. Nice hardcovers, nice kids books, books on tape. Just anything you can think of. A lot of library discards, and a few books that were kind of trash. With the toy section, keep in mind that the parts may not all be on the same table, so you might have to dig around to get everything you need. Same with the clothes. The pants for a suit and the jacket might not be on the same table. We found this beautiful, funky handmade Afghan. Here's a new with tags Target sundress, and some tidy not so whiteies, some crab boxer shorts. There were actually a lot of crustacean clothing items. Yep, that's a used adult diaper right there. Here's some vintage Trojan condoms. These were probably your grandpa's, as they expired 20 years ago. Here's someone's random art project with Spider-Man. Oh, these were on my bingo card. Dirty panties. God, I can't even show you guys this. It's so gross. This is one of the all-day people's carts. They kind of park the cart and then they go and pull stuff and just sort of all day long throw things in the cart. Don't mess with the carts if you see them. This was my final selections. And the next section will go through all of that. So I was gonna take everything out of the car and just spread it outside and show what I got. However, it's raining. So I'm just gonna show you in the car, I guess. So the first thing I got was this very nice, what seems to be an unused bucket. A plague doctor mask. So, I got this, what appears to be some sort of orc or goblin mask. And let's see, what is this? I want to say that this is probably a like cosmetology dummy. So that is lot of stuff number 1. So my first item I got was this Pier 1 rug. As you can see, it was $150 new. It was bulk priced, so instead of being weighed, it was just a flat $2. Got this London Fog coat, a nice soft cotton pillowcase with Battenberg lace, a Betsy Johnson cocktail dress, 6 yards of fabric imported from Africa, and just a couple basic black tank tops. We got this nice little satin skirt from White House Black Market that's new with tags. We found this stained glass print shirt that was also new with tags. The teen is going through a Stevie Nicks goth phase, so I got her this lace pullover thing. Just a nice comfy old navy t-shirt. A cardigan from Target. Also from Target, a little tank top with some black lace detail. Some little faux leather look shorts. This was from Shein, and it's got mesh arms and kind of like a corseted top. Got a little microphone and some new face cleaning cloths. Full DVD set for True Blood. Some nice vintage cassette tapes. Wouldn't be a trip to the outlet without some creepy dolls coming home. Here's some photo slides from the 1970s. Here's the plastic tote I was using before I got a cart. I went ahead and bought it. Here's my book haul. I bought a bunch of random cookbooks. I love old cookbooks. Not all of them were old cookbooks. One of them was a newer one. And my favorite Betty Crocker cookbook that I probably have 2 copies of already. I don't care. But I love the old church and ladies association cookbooks. You just can't beat those for weird, quirky recipes. A book for the teen. And I love a good musician biography. One of my favorite children's books. I can't pass these up ever. I also like old medical textbooks. I might keep these for my own collection, and I might resell them as there is a little bit of a market for these amongst oddities dealers. Oop, I probably should have read that like 40 years ago. Whoops. And you can't go wrong with a good Dracula book. Who doesn't love a vampire book? So my grand total for everything I bought was $45.01. The breakdown goes like this. I bought 13 pounds of books that totaled $7.64. The rug was $2, and then I had about 16 pounds of other stuff that came to $32.23. What do you think? Did I get some deals?